in the game.
Yep.
Coming up very shortly. Homelander, can you tell
All right, hold on.
what
Here we go.
Homelander is as a character?
Homelander to me is, at his core, a pretty basic jack-of-all-trades character that can kind of keep you out, can get in, kind of a brawler and all that. But then it's all tied together with his ability to fly, and that's what kind of aids his mobility, his mix-ups, his ability to actually escape, stuff like that. And I think that's just a really neat kind of factor. You'll have this character that's pretty straightforward and simple to play, but then you have everything is wrapped up in his ability to fly in a really kind of
what do you mean by that?
way.
Which we're going to, of course, show in the breakdown, and we're going to show Ferra as well. But before Ferra, let's take a look at Homelander.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go, chat. Here we go. First look.
All right, let's take a look at Homelander.
He looks massive.
Excited. Let's do it.
I know it's just where he's like floaty, but
That's right.
So, as you'd expect, not exactly a martial artist, more of a brawler. He just kind of punches really quickly.
Maybe it's just where he's floating,
really
but that
hard.
his movement
I think
looks
his throw
crazy.
really shows his strength.
That's what I was talking about earlier. That
just
fourth wall break.
The cockiness of it is great. He also has his eye beams, which he uses on his down 4, his sweep, and a bunch of his special moves, which we'll get into.
Lasers.
Yeah, he's a big fan of lasers.
Like, even his ducking attack, or just ducking, just shows off his personality. Like,
It's
what are you
great.
going to do?
Yeah,
That
he's
looks
so
cool.
cocky.
Yeah, that's so cool.
We're ants to him. So let's check out one of his key normals, his back 1. This is his normal that has the most range.
Back
It
1.
is a high, so you got to look out for down pokes and duckers. But it has great range, and you can hit from into a combo, and he just shoves you away.
Which
Effortless
is
play.
pretty good for him.
A high, huh?
Out of the way sometimes.
It's a great point. Then for mids, he has this forward one, which it doesn't quite have the range of a back one. But it is
trash
mid, which is
mids.
great.
Trash mids. We already got trash mids. Number
Spinning
1.
Backhand.
Yes.
One of my favorite moves in game.
Very
You
disrespectful.
do it in the office all day long.
Not great.
Back 2-2, 1+3 ends in a throw where he gouges your eye out, which is, I love the design team really nailed it. This guy fights dirty, despite his super strength.
So we already got a trash mid. No, you won't be able to hit confirm it. It's a 2-hitting
I think
mid.
he's pushing it out and then throwing away the
What a jerk.
little.
The Detrius.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice. Another normal I'd love to show is forward 4, which is this low laser sweep, and you can actually combo off of it. I think that'll be one of his best combo starters.
What do you mean? How though? Because you're not going to be able to hit
hits low,
confirm that.
which is always great. And then lastly, this normal I think is probably his coolest, is this ear clap. He claps you in the ear. It actually does this cool, like, deafening sound effect. And then it has a neat little bonus where if it's a counter hit, he gets a full combo.
Oh, that's cool. And it's like another sort of reference to the show, too, which I love.
Exactly. One of the
That's pretty cool.
best scenes from season 2, I think.
So you're really
So
going
let's
to be
go over
using
his special moves. First off, the eye beams. Everyone saw them in the trailer. He's got a straight beam. The EX1 is extra powerful and knocks you down.
That does a lot
Low
of damage.
one,
Wow.
you can use it to go under fireballs, stuff like that.
That does a lot of damage for an EX. Wow. Okay.
The anti-air one, it's pretty self-explanatory. If you think they're going to jump, you do it,
Right.
and they'll regret jumping.
Yep.
And then he has a sweeping laser, which is very cool. The startup is pretty slow, but on hit, you get this big knockback. You can do corner combos, and on blocked, they're pushed back. So this one is kind of, hey, you're up close, I want to keep you away. And that complements the ones where you are away and I want to keep you away or keep you contained.
Yeah, if you're in the corner, corner comms and that sort of thing.
That's right, corner comms.
Good old corner comms.
They're
Bring that
back.
back.
They're back.
Yeah, good luck. And also for people that might be wondering, Homelander's earpiece is his cape, belt, and the shoulder paddy things.
Pauldrons.
No one uses that word.
So Ferra gives you health.
All right,
If you notice
so
that,
he
Ferra
also
gives you
has
health.
this flight
So-
move.
so
where
he's gonna have,
flies up in the
he
air
has
and comes
1100
down
health,
looking very,
and then
very
Ferra
cocky
gives you
and regal.
50.
If you EX it, it has armor and it knocks them down. So that's kind of his, hey, you're up close,
Yeah,
you're
Ferra
pressuring
gives
me,
health,
get
yeah.
off me move. He literally gets off, like flies up and is just gone. Then he has this god
That looks so-
complex move in the
Okay,
air
that's
where
sick.
he kind of goes into this,
Praise me.
yeah, very, very arrogant pose.
Regal.
And you can go left or right and float, release it at any time. You can just land or go directly into flight, which we'll talk about in a minute. And that's a low hitting move when he comes down, little stomp. And then probably his most like kind of notable move, that the move that kind of wraps everything together, is the Diabolical dash, command dash.
How the glue of his kit.
Exactly. Like everything ties to this. He dashes forward, it's a command dash, it's back forward too. And from there, he has 4 different options. He has the pop-up you've seen, where he knocks you up.
Because that's going to be,
It's a combo. He has this knee, which is safe on block and mid. You get a knockdown. He has the big ol' mighty
So it's Terminator.
boot,
It's literally Terminator.
Knocks them down.
Oh, it's on block.
Favorite.
The grab, which is actually like a throw. Like if they're stand blocking.
So you're going to have to be able to armor through that, right?
It's a throw from distance if you...
Right. So you can go in and do a throw, go in and do... Like if you think they're going to duck block, you can use this mid and get frames. All the different kind of mix-ups you can think of.
So it's Terminator. It's literally Terminator's running
Pretty
man.
much. Like his offense is kind of tied to this Diabolical dash, which you can also do in the air, and it has slightly different like animations.
I'm
Like
so
the throw
confused.
becomes this cool next snap where he drops them down, and the back forward one becomes like a ground combo instead of knocking you up. And you can do both to like do long combos, which you can see in the trailer and the fight we're going to show after this.
Oh yeah, there were some long air combos in that trailer, and I was like, that looks nice.
His combos are very fun to do too. So then let's talk about flight. At any point,
Yeah, this is what I'm...
you can do up and flip stands, and it'll start floating. And
Up
from
and
there,
flip
you can
stance.
move
Wow,
around
that-
completely. It's full flight. He also then you can drop down, and he gains.
So let's say it one more time, like, because it is a different way of getting...
He's going to kill Kenshi. I can already see this character's going to kill Kenshi,
Yes,
bro.
that's right. And from there, he has a couple of new moves. He has a down beam.
Oh, man. Okay.
He has straight beam, so you can kind of keep them grounded, keep them out of the air, which is exactly what he wants. And then he can do the Diabolical dash from flight. So you can do stuff like all the different moves.
Kenshi's not going to get in. Hey,
You can
this
just
character's going
land,
to kill
and you
Kenshi.
can use it to get in very quickly. You can use it to go past them for mix-ups.
He owns
And
the
he can
air.
drop down.
That's basically-
Exactly.
he
And if
owns
you
the
look at
air.
the rest of his kit, a lot of it is based on keeping you out of the air. So
And
then
he is-
he's free.
This is fully fleshed out flying. He is
Exactly.
flying.
Now, I
Dude.
think one of the coolest things, though, is you can actually use it a lot quicker than you might think, and you can go into his air normals. Here's my favorite example. You'll notice we talked a lot about lows, throws, and all that, but I never said the word overhead. Typically, he doesn't really have an overhead. However, air attacks are overheads. So what you can do is go into flight almost instantly and do a jump attack. I'll show you.
And that counts as an overhead.
Exactly.
That was
Now I'll
quick.
do it very slowly so you can kind of see
Yeah, but
what I
what's the
mean.
frames on it?
Going into flight, hitting 4, going into a jump attack, canceling that into Diabolical dash 1 into my combo. So it's almost like, very, very, and I don't want to say instant, but very quickly you can go into flight, cancel into a jump attack, which becomes an overhead, and that's going to complement all his mix-ups. So you can mix it up with the 4-4, the throw. You could not do the jump attack. You could Diabolical dash over their head, come down, just land. All the options you can do in the air.
I feel
you
this
can
character's
do
going to be so fucked
on the
up,
ground.
boys.
You
Think
can do
about
it in
this,
combos
right?
and instantly go into
like,
flight.
it doesn't look that much.
You
Think
can
about this
then,
with the Kung Lao
zoom
hat coming at you,
zoning,
though.
or
A
again,
low Kung Lao
Diabolical
hat.
dash in,
This is like Sindel
land
on
if you don't,
steroids.
Fake them out. Go
So
for a
it's-
50-50.
It's interesting, like his ground version, you don't have to be worried about overheads, but you always have to be worried about overheads because of his flight. So
Exactly.
he actually does have overheads, it's just they're gained a different way.
Yep, exactly. I think it's a really neat way to do his mobility and his mix-ups, all tied around the Diabolical dash and the flight. I think when you first start playing him, he'll seem, like I said, pretty straightforward, jack of all trades, just kind of a brawler, and you're like, that's cool. His animations are cool. This is all great.
Yeah,
And
it's
you get into
gonna be
flight,
it's
you're
gonna be
like,
Lao
wow,
hat,
hitting
bro,
these
into
buttons is
float into
really,
just getting
really fun. He
mixed,
kind
dude.
of really opens
Like,
up
look how
when you
fast
start
that comes
looking
out,
at
man.
flight. I think it's a ton of fun.
A lot of satisfying combos, basically.
Yeah, I think he'll really appeal to kind of creative people that like, the setups and the big combos and stuff like that. He'll be a great, here's this video on Twitter of the stuff you can do in the corner using sweeping laser into flight. It's very cool.
Yeah.
And we haven't even talked about, what people will be using for cameos.
Exactly.
It's kung
I mean,
lao.
again,
Kung
that
lao.
can just complement
It's
its
kung
mix-ups,
lao.
complement, you know, you could have a cameo. Like, you could use, for example, if you're having trouble keeping them out of the air, Sonya's Square Wave. And then the last thing I want to talk about is his Fatal Blow. He can do it on the ground. It's a low laser, but then a neat thing, he can do it in flight.
Cool. So, cool. Okay. All right. Ferris meter? Yeah, I got you. Wow. So he's going to be Sindel on steroids, boys. Sindel on steroids with better zoning.
And
Sindel
that is
steroids, better
Homelander.
zoning.
Yep.
Soup's awesome. Soup's awesome.
Soups.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
He's a
cool.
nasty guy.
That's crazy.
Really, really interesting. just
That's
the
crazy,
ability,
man.
The flight.
Dude, he's going to be broke. I know I say this every single time, but nah, he's going to be broke.
Done yet because we do want to show the new cameo that's coming out later. Ferra.
Farrah, I'm really excited for this one.
I was a huge Ferrator fan in X. I've been very much looking forward to Ferra being in the game, and she does not disappoint me.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite of the post-release cameos. I think I love that little gremlin. I love her little voice. I like her personality. She's great.
She's crazy. I love
Has
it.
a lot of fun things. And
No,
we'll
Susie, no,
show
because
them
Final Combat's coming up. They're not going to
Let's
nerf
do
or
it.
buff
Let's do it.
anything.
Let's do it.
All right, so the way she works is very interesting, and it's not like most cameos. You hit R1 and you basically become like Ferrator. She controls
so
your movement
cool.
now.
That's
I
so
absolutely
cool.
loved the
Tugging
walking
you
back.
back.
She's in
Yeah.
control. Yeah.
And every button you hit gives you a different classic Ferrator move. Like, let's start with one of the most iconic is that neutral jump punch from MKX.
I spammed that as a player.
I think
Can confirm. Can
every Ferrator player did.
There was no reason not to.
Right. Standing one becomes this big wind-up punch. It's a
That's
mid-combo
so cool,
starter.
man.
It covers a good amount of distance.
It
too.
does. Two becomes an overhead.
So there's an overhead.
Another
for
mix.
Well, there's
Three.
a overhead for Homelander now. So
That's
standing.
right.
There you go.
Three becomes my favorite, the bowling ball slide. Just rolls her out. I love how you're throwing her around and she just seems to like it.
Yeah, she's crazy.
And do keep in mind, we do have the cameo meter on full.
Yes, these
So-
moves would drain, but so I'm not having to reset it non-stop. We're showing you. And then she also has a throw. Like, she has a normal cameo throw, like in the neutral, but when she's on your back, you get a throw.
Bonus throw.
Or if that's
So,
mid.
right, you have throws, overheads, lows, combo starters, a tremendous jump attack.
I feel like it's
But
going to
what
be
if I said
ass,
that's
though.
not all she can do?
I feel like
Oh,
that's
what
ass,
else is
though.
there, Steph?
Like, as
Pain
far
and
as, like,
gain is
offense.
back.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
see, this
She
is where...
stabs you,
Yep.
she can do it up to twice. You gain a damage buff, and then armor when she's stabbing you. So that's something you can use if you don't kill yourself on accident, but
We've seen before.
yeah. And you can use the armor, you know, if you predict an attack and you want to activate it. And then lastly, I think this might be my favorite thing about her. Instead of jumping on your back, she can do Peanut Gallery, where she comes out and cheers for you. And if you successfully attack, you gain more super meter.
You see how the sewer meter
And you
really
can see
moving.
how exciting she is.
So
she's
we
hyping
were
it up.
wrong. We
But
were wrong.
if you
Wait.
get hit, she gets sad and
Aw.
upset, and you
So
lose
Homelander
meter
can float
instead.
that many times in
Everyone
combos,
said
boys.
Ferra.
Yeah,
Boys,
she'll literally turn red and
so we
kind
were
of
wrong.
pout.
So it wasn't
When
Ferra
you throw it
lifting
out
you
there,
up.
when you have the
It wasn't
momentum,
Ferra
you
lifting
start-
you
you
up.
start
So
getting there.
Homelander's literally getting
Exactly.
combos, bro.
Momentum.
Yep. So, I mean, basically, it's as simple as I said. You hit R1 and you become Ferrator from MKX.
Ferralander at this
yeah,
point. Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think she'll be great for maybe you're playing a character that doesn't have the best mix-ups. Now you do. Awesome combo extensions, and she's just super entertaining to have on the fight. Like if you just want someone to give you good vibes, and
Support you.
Well, it
Right,
depends if
there
there's
you
going to
go.
be guaranteed ways to
Yeah,
get
like,
that
tries
out,
to
you know?
Keep up with you too.
it's so fun. So that's Ferra.
Awesome.
Great.
Wow, man. Yeah, but
Thank you so
Homelander's
much.
broke, y'all.
Ferra
Homelander's
also
broke, y'all.
coming